infusing knowledge like a sea. With patience and kindness, he shows the way, turning clouds of confusion into a sunny day. He's got the wisdom of the real world skies, guiding us higher, helping us realize that flying's not just a dream in the blue. With Forder by your side, you can make it true. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. He speaks in calm tones, steady and clear, breaking down the lessons, erasing the fear. From takeoff to landing, he covers it all. In his virtual cockpit, you'll never feel small. A community's heart, a mentor, a friend. He'll stick by your side till the lessons end. It's more than a game, it's the art of the air. And with Forder's guidance, you'll always get there. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. From the first cold start to a perfect glide, Forder's dedication is our joy and pride. In every stream there's magic to find, a passion for flying and a heart so kind. Fly with Forder where the knowledge flows, through the winds of wisdom where the passion shows. He's the captain of kindness, the teacher we need, helping every simmer take off and succeed. So here's the Forder, our guide in the air, a pilot of patience with a heart that cares. With every new lesson, our dreams take flight. Flying with Forder, we reach new heights.
And good morning, everybody. Andrew, how's it going?
Good morning.
And Ace
We
is in the
don't know
house.
yet.
We don't know yet what?
I'm still trying to get my machine loaded.
Oh,
so-
no. I thought you had a reboot and it worked. Maybe not.
No, it hasn't got that far yet. Still loading sim objects.
Oh, good, Super Ty. Ali started early, so yay, that's how it goes. Some people would probably cancel today because we got a big event going on later on. Allison Johnson and I are in that event, so it'll be a lot of fun. FSA Association. I see that Strap has pinned it up at the top. That's really good. And that's a good URL to have. And it's right here. And this is happening, let me guess, we have to go on early, so I guess it's happening around 3, right? Maybe.
I believe so.
I think it's 3 o'clock my time, Eastern, and it is in Eastern time. And Evan is in Eastern time, so he's starting the stream. And I'll be moderating the channel, you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be missing out, though. We're going to miss out on Sergio. We're going to miss out on Two-Tone Murphy. So those guys aren't involved this year. They got other commitments, which is too bad. We want to hear their opinions. Right? So Ali might rate us. That's cool. Nice to hear. That's great. And then the Fordurians. Fordurians? Did I say it right? The Fordurians. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Gather for Fordurians. I can't even say it. Ace is in the house. Ace, how you doing?
Good morning, good morning.
There he is. In the flesh. The man. He's here. He made it. That's great. Thanks a lot. That's good that you joined in. And I think we have on voice, we might even have a picture. Are you there, Mike?
I'm here. Good morning.
There's Mike. He's still smiling from the last time. Look at that. And Charlie says, Mike's helping me with my walk around. Thanks, Mike. That's it. Yeah, let's get back outside here and just see what's going on. Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
the
I was
fun-
at the start. I was with everybody, and then now when I said start flight, it put me at the other end of the field. All right, it's a nice sight to see. I like it when they color the propellers like or the rotors like that. That's nice.
Yeah, the cool thing is in a couple of days, Fireflower and I get to hang out together again.
Well, that's cool. What's happening with you guys?
I'll be in his hometown for work, so set
Nice.
aside an evening.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, it's the way to do it when you're traveling. I try to get in as much as I can when I was on business travel. I took in a few concerts too, like when you get posted to like Nashville. I'm just stuck there for a week. You get to see all kinds of talent, right?
Yep.
So everybody, let's gather and let's go. Ace, have you decided what you're flying?
I'm still reloading the sim.
Ah, reloading. Uh-oh.
It knows when I want to stream, and that's when it does the CTD. I mean, I tested everything
Really?
last night, worked flawlessly. I was flying around, having a good old time. But you launch it for the stream and CTD in the world map. Why not?
Wow. Yeah, I haven't, since I took the beta off my machine, I haven't had a CTD at all. So the beta, the original beta one was really bad, but I think they fixed a lot of that now.
There's been 2 patches since you
Right.
left it.
Yeah.
Ace, did you get a note coming up from Discord saying overlay or something?
Not that I noticed.
Yeah, I had one that popped up on my top left of my sim screen when it was loading, and I headed it off this time, and I went into to Discord, and I turned off the overlay, and it loaded. Now I don't know if it was because I restarted the PC or if because I turned the overlay off, but
Where in the game overlay? Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
I already got that off.
yeah, I've never had it on as far as I know, but this morning it decided to show up.
Now that's interesting. We've got ourselves a windsock in the water. Huh. You never know. So come fly with us, everybody, if you want. Some of you might even fly in 2020. The same flight plan will work. And we just won't see each other, right? Those of us who are in 2024 are on the field here now. There's Mike Audio. Just Tom is in the house. Got a few Cessnas on the field. We got a tail dragger Bonanza. So that'll be Just Tom in something that I haven't installed. And, Saturdays I always find out what I'm missing in my community folder, and I have to move stuff over, but you never know what I'm missing. All right. Come on down to this end if you do have a chance. I think most of you would spawn in at the other end, but I'm going to actually try flying this baby. Andrew and I were playing with this after stream last Saturday, I think it was, Andrew, or was it last Thursday? Thursday, we were playing with this. And I think this is the one that's built in. This isn't the one from Miltech. And I'll take it for a spin and see how far I get in the stream. I'm sure it doesn't have autopilot, or at least I don't know how to use it yet, but I haven't studied it at all. We studied the 47, of course, because we did the Miltech one quite a while ago, but I'll just take it for fun for now. Yeah, I think they would super tie. They put it on the island anyway. Yeah, get it out of the way, right? Yep. All right, let's rock and roll. Is there a planner file? There is a flight plan file. Yep, a planner file, I guess. A PLN, yeah. It's just type in exclamation point flight plan, and that'll do it. And I also transferred over, or I may have transferred over to YouTube. Let me just see here, that to that. Yep, I transferred a link over to YouTube also. So there you go. You guys can grab that. That'll be the flight plan. And those of you who can't put a flight plan in, just type in a route, and then there's our route, you guys. That's our server that we're on, and that's our route. And that gives us really decent multiplayer functionality. That's why we still use it after all these years. Scenery looks great here. And I think this came, Andrew, from Krabby One, this flight plan.
The original version of it, I touched it up a little bit, but yeah, it
Andrew
was
modified. Okay, got it. Super duper. Nice. All right. So, how we doing? Are we almost there? And we'll get back out of that mode.
I think I got everything up and going now.
I've got mine set for clear skies, middle of the day. It's because we're scenery watching, you guys. This is a VFR low and slow flight, whatever plane you want, and come fly with us. We're just looking at the scenery, enjoying the flight, and having a great conversation. And we never know what we're going to talk about. But I do want to mention for those who've just come in, because a lot of you came in late, a PLN to a planner file. So Fishing Rod says, okay, so did we upload the wrong one? Are you having trouble with that file? Let me see what that link says. No, that's the 2020 version. That should work in Little Nav Map and in here, right? We don't have to convert it to anything. That should work. I've loaded it into Little Nav Map, and I've also loaded it into my sim. So let me just open that up. And if you don't have Little Nav Map running, everybody, let's do it.
I looked up how to pronounce today's destination on the internet, and I'm still not going to attempt that on stream.
Yeah,
That was funny.
it's going to
My
say
mouth
you're
doesn't
brave
make
man.
those sounds.
My mouth doesn't either, yeah. Xbox can use planner files, not PLN. Okay. So, that'll be good to know. Let me see what I can do with it. So, planner files meaning you make it in the planner? Is that what you're saying? You have to use, like... Well, I'll find out, you guys, for next stream, okay? I'll test it on my Xbox, but... You're saying this flight planner, right? Is that what you're saying? This planner? Planner.flightsimulator.com. Make it in here, save it in here, and then somehow convert it to Little Nav Map and whatever else. Okay. So we'll go the other way around. We'll make it for Xbox first, and then we'll figure out how to do it. Can we pull it into here? We can't pull it into here then. Let me just sign in here. We'll try it anyway. See if we can pull it into here. Route. Flight
Is my mic working all right? It looks like it might be a little hot on my end.
oh, sounds fine.
Well, it's always you just have a great radio voice. That's all. It's great. So let me just create a new flight plan. No, save a flight plan. Select a flight plan. Let me just try this. Upload. Go over to downloads. So which one should I take? Probably the 2024, right? If it'll load it. It loaded it. So there it is. I just loaded it into here. So I guess that's... Let's go like that. Does that mean it's here? We'll find out. Guess not. Doesn't look like it's here.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'll have it.
Right. No, but I just pulled it in. I'm just doing a test, Andrew, for everybody. I just pulled it in here. So I went to Route. I went to this button down here, Select Flight Plan. I said Upload, and I pulled in the 2024 version, and it's sitting right here. So it came into here without conversion. Now how do we make that the one we're going to be using? Select a flight plan. Okay. Open this flight plan. Sure. Oh, I see. There we go. So there it is. Okay, now I save it from here and make it for Xbox users. Is that the idea? Probably down here. Save flight plan. But it's already in. Well, it's got everything in here. So that's the flight planner website. Planner.flightsimulator.com. That'll work. Get a link and send the link. Okay. Just do that. Get a link, send a link. Got it. Okay. Options, kneeboard. Here. Not there. Someone give me a hand. What else do I need here? I never linked it from here before. Briefing options, maybe here. Kneeboard. Save charts. This flight. Briefing, maybe. Bottom left, download. Alright, that's not making a link though. It's just saving a file, right? Oh, I see. Copy a link to share flight plan. Huh. Okay, that's cool. I thought you could just save it. That button looks like a save. Alright.
You have to save it. You have to save it first.
Saturday group.
I just put it in the chat. So
Okay. Group fly. ForderLearnToFly.
guys, check that. Make sure it looks like what it's supposed to, please.
And it can't copy the link because there's no link yet. Okay, you got to save it first, you said it.
Yeah, you have to save it first.
And then hit the same button again? Is that the idea?
And then go back to save, and then go, and then
Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay.
Then the button up top will be white, so you can actually click on it.
Okay. All right. And what's that supposed to do?
It makes a link that you can send to. You can email it or paste it or whatever.
Okay. Sure.
And then anybody else can click on that, and it will actually bring them to the planner with that.
Okay. So here I am.
With the flight plan.
I brought it back in. Copy link to share. Looks like it's live. I copy it. I click it. What happens next?
You go wherever you want to do. Like if you wanted to email it to somebody, you'd go into your email thing.
So
if
take
you
a look
want
at my screen, Andrew. I understand links and how to distribute them. Copy link to share flight plan. I'm copying link to share flight plan.
You
Where's
click
the link?
and then you don't see it. It's put it in your clipboard. So it's literally go to wherever, like go into chat and just paste.
Sure. That's funny.
Yeah, it doesn't show you it when you click when you
Yeah,
copy
that's
it.
really intuitive. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and I'm a
it just-
technical guy.
Yeah,
okay.
it literally just
So
puts
it's
it on your
copying it to the
clipboard
keyboard.
and then you
So-
paste it wherever you want it to go.
So the developers should learn that everything else that you copy to clipboard says copied to clipboard when you click it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay then. Super duper. There you go, guys.
That's the big weirdness with that thing is
Well,
is it doesn't you get
They'll
no
get it.
indication that you've actually clicked it.
They'll get it, just like they'll get it in the sim. The sim will eventually get better too. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
But I only know that because I've done it 3 times in the last 2 weeks, so I know how weird.
I did it live first time for everybody, just so you can see that. Yeah, you gotta have someone actually walk you through it. Ooh, look at this thing. I'm kind of rocking and rolling here. Yeehaw. All right then. So you guys, let's rock and roll. And we should also paste that. Oh, I better watch what I'm doing. We should also paste that into YouTube also, if it hasn't been done yet. For those who want it, it should be still in my memory here. Let's put it over here. From the planner.flightsim. Oops, planner.what? I forgot what it was.
It's in there already.
.flightsimulator.com.
Flight Simulator. I'm pasting it into flightsimulator.com.
Mike's already got it, so
There we go.
in YouTube.
Yes, but I had to type in from where it's from, so I had to put that in. Yeah, you just have to trust me, guys. I've been doing this for a long time. YouTube needs to know what I'm pasting in there. Okay. And that way they can go to the planner if they want to. Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of people still don't know about it. All right. And Manx says there's also something called a plans converter. That's cool. Plans converter. Yep, okay. Yeah, new stuff, you know, trying to accommodate everybody. Everybody seems to have left the building. Let's go. And looks like we're heading out this way. So I won't pronounce airports today. I'm going to let everyone else try it. And everybody who's on voice, you have to try one airport name before we finish the stream. Oh, you didn't know that today? Yeah. Bossman Gaming. How's it going? Look how beautiful it is here. Maddie. Maddie's back. How you doing, girl? I'm going to say girl. Sounds like a girl's name. You know, we don't usually talk gender on stream, but you never can tell. And Frank Livers, how you doing? Bossman Gaming says, we good, we good. All right, if you follow Dr. No Thumb, you can't go wrong. Right, Ace? That's the general rule. Ace is very quiet. He must not be running yet. All right, let's go see what Dr. No Thumb's up to.
I have my mic muted. I'm good.
Dr. No Thumb. Holy moly, what's he driving, you guys? Guess what he's got? Same thing I've got, but I haven't got it out yet. I haven't actually run it yet. I have it, but haven't installed it yet. Look at that. Holy moly.
Oh man, Dr. No Thumb, you're brave.
He certainly is. Look at him go. You know, and it's, you know, guys, it's a sim, right? So the whole idea is, you know, it's a sim. We can do whatever we want. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. Let me just get out my little map, figure out something that's going on here. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I got it. If we follow Dr. No Thumb, you're going the wrong way. I'm going to turn around. Just
Oh yeah,
Tom,
because he's not going to be able to go over all this water.
and just Tom's heading that way too. So Sim with Flyers over there also in the P38. I hope the P38 comes out well for me, because I did install it. Got Friends cross cart, yep, and I've got it too, you guys. We are partners with Got Friends, and I have the cart. I just wanted to do the group fly with a flying machine, yeah. No, it's Got Friends, yeah. And Bossman, you're saying the new Parallel 42 buggy? I mean, I think they only put out the Goose. Did they bring out a new one? I thought they only had the Goose. Juice Goose. Now I'm looking on my screen. I don't actually see anybody heading in the right direction. Huh. Wonder why.
I am.
Okay. Let's go find Ace. Maybe it's my limited vision outside the helicopter here. I'm going to get on the outside. See what we can find. I think I just lost... Oh, there we are. You guys are low. I'm high. That's why. See, I just had to get outside the helicopter. Think outside the box. And let's go over to Ace, see what he's doing. Way cool. Way cool. Or is that the airport where we started, maybe? Andrew's there. Panoman's there. Okay, I just follow Andrew. Follow Andrew, you guys. Let's see. Project crosscard. We'll do any idea what it's named. Okay. I'm not following what's going on in chat. There we go. Ace is flying, looking familiar. V-tail, Bonanza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 36. Or is
The
that
Doctor Killer.
The Doctor Killer. That's exactly it. That's what they called it, you guys. Back in the day, all the doctors who could afford an airplane bought it. And then they bought it. I don't know if everybody knows that expression. There's lots of people who don't. When I use that expression, yeah, I bought the farm. But it's a good thing that it's a sim. And they go, oh, you bought a farm. What does that mean? And they didn't know that it meant that, you know, you crashed your plane. It's an expression with pilots that when you bought the farm, you live there now. Well, you died there now, you know. You're in the farm. You're in the ground. Whatever the gruesome explanation is, bought the farm means you crashed. Yeah. Back to here, and I see that my sound is probably suppressed or what, or it's just not coming through. Oh, there it is. Listen to that. Okay, one second. Listen to this, you guys. Watch this when I really give it a lot of torque. Watch. Oh, I thought that would do it. I'll do it like this. Pick up some speed. Come on, pick up some speed. What's wrong with my airspeed indicator? There we go. All right, now pull back. Watch this.
Janet just said that we're flying over a part of Iceland that looks like it was made by a moody teenager who painted everything gray.
That's funny. Painted everything gray. Well, I guess we're lucky we're seeing not always snow and ice, right? I mean, it's called Iceland and everybody thinks it's always snow and ice, but I mean, it certainly is way up there, isn't it? I've never visited in real life, but a lot of people, it's a tourist stop. People go there. They want to see the volcanoes. Like, so I think there's 130 volcanoes on this island, and I think
Wow.
30 of them are active. 30 of them.
Wow.
And so I'm hoping on this trip we'll actually see a few, because I know a couple areas where there are some. I mean, I've done the research, but I've just never been here. So maybe we'll find one and we'll go there. And our one of our original admins was Raving Helmet, who used to hang out with us. And he's from Iceland, and he I remember when that volcano erupted, he had friends with drone cameras that flew them over the volcano and they melted. I mean, they got too close. There's a
Wow.
lot of heat off the thing, and they just wanted to get that close-up view. Can you imagine spending thousands on a drone? Because these weren't the little cheap things. Flying over the volcano. Some of these guys sold that footage to the news networks, and then they just literally melted and fell out of the air and disintegrated. And they're need another drone over here. Sim Flyer, I'm happy to say I see the P-38 in all its glory now. I moved that over last Saturday, I think it was, because I didn't see you again. So it's perfect. And Stian United, how you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Iceland and Greenland mixed up. Yeah, I think that's it. Iceland and Greenland got mixed up. Look at this. Is that wonderful or what? And we get to explore it all. Ace is up there looking at something over that away, probably looking at a volcano. Let's go see what he's
I'm
looking
just
at.
following the flight plan.
Oh, I see. So if you're in doubt, you guys...
You're all gonna get a little higher at some point there.
At some point, yeah. I'm going to turn my volume down a bit. You guys don't want to hear the thump of a helicopter all the time. Although I happen to love it. We'll just keep it down because we also have other airplanes that we hear. All right, after all that, I'll move this over. Come over to here. Yeah, I see now that we're higher. Yeah, it looks great. Wow. Holy moly, eh? Gorgeous place. Look at this. For those wondering right now, we are in 2024. All the screens you're seeing are flying 2024. I'm not sure if anyone is flying 2020. If they are, it'd be nice if they could show their screens or send us a screen snap and see how it looks for their sim. But ever since launch, you guys, we've been flying 2020, 2024. And I actually have not run 2020 since. I thought I would. I thought I'd compare it a lot. I still have it on another machine. I still have it on this machine. I thought I would compare. I thought I would side by side it a lot. I haven't done it. I'm quite happy with what's going on. We know there's bugs. We know there's some fixes need to be fixed. And but we're just enjoying the rest of it in the meantime. And I'll be talking about this later, you guys. Well, I'll be the moderator, so there won't be much opinion coming from me, but we'll be talking to my panel moderators, including our friend Allison Johnson. She'll be there. And we get to hear their opinion about 2024, their take on it. So please join us later on the Flight Simulation Association YouTube channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We do want to hear what they have to say. And it's a follow-up from the original broadcast back in November. Thanks for that, Srap. He's so good, you guys. I just say something, he's got the links, you know. Guy's awesome. All right, I'm going around in circles. I came back where there was group tags, and I found out that I actually came back to the airport. Oh no, I went further in the opposite direction. So don't follow me, you guys. I'm just enjoying the scenery and not knowing where I'm going. Typical Saturday for Howard. It says fly around, enjoy the place. Oh yeah, there's a flight plan. Right, okay.
The first waypoint after you take off is actually a lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse. Let's go find it. You know, and if I looked at my heading indicator, which, you know, is a habit, it should be a habit, it would tell me that I'm going the wrong direction. And then seeing all the tags, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're over there. So, Andrew, you don't seem to be streaming your sim to me. Right? Let's see what Mike's doing. Mike's there. Mike's in the 172, nice and stable.
I started it back up when I restarted my PC, and I forgot to turn it back on.
No worries. No worries.
Wasn't there a petition to require Howard to fly aircraft that have autopilot on the group flights?
Yeah, sometimes I think maybe you should.
Hey, it's always never a dull moment. It's always something new. But the Saturday group flies are VFR low and slow.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look where Ace is right now. All of us are seeing gorgeous scenes. It's hard to know which one to turn to, right? Look at that. That's awesome, Ace. Absolutely awesome. And when I come through stuff like this, it's like, oh. If I could stabilize the thing. Look at this. There's a crevice in every corner. Back to Ace. He's got some gorgeous scenery. Look at him. So flying high isn't so bad either, Typically flying high, you don't get the detail. You don't always get the beauty of where you're flying. The VFR low and slow is always good. But look what he's got. I mean, this is a beautiful place to fly. Paul says, I'm going to hang in midair till everyone catches up. Paul, were you like nose to the wheel? Like straight onto the flight plan, pedal to the metal? We're going to have to start calling you Firewall, my friend.
Oh, yeah, there's some beautiful mountains up ahead.
Paul's flying the Caravan, yeah.
Just got some sort of weather update there.
I can go up to, I think, about 160 knots. I think I'll push the pedal to the metal here. Yeah, the Caravan's fast. It's also great for bush landings. People are surprised to hear that. You kidding me? The Caravan, I can't land that thing. There's reverse propeller on it, you guys. You can stop that thing anywhere. Full flaps, put her down slow, and put on reverse. You got it, Toyota. So it's a long day for me. I think when I'm finally finished both streams, it'll be something like 4:30, and now it's 9:40. So that's that's a long day. It'll be fun. I think Evan's going to be simultaneously broadcasting on our Twitch channels, probably on Allison's Twitch channel, certainly on mine. So it'll show up again here, you guys. You may not have to go to their YouTube channel, but I'd say it's probably better to go there because you can type in the YouTube chat for the YouTube session that we're in later today, and interact, because we do have in that session we are going to be having a Q&A. There's Q&A afterwards, just like all the sessions. We listen to the panelists. I'll direct them. I'll keep the timing. I might have to interrupt them. I know some people comment about that. Howard, stop interrupting. I'm the host. I'm the moderator. It's my job. We have to stop them if they're going too long. So just realize that. It'll be a polite stop, but that's my job. That's why they brought me in. So, and then after, at a certain time, we got it all timed out. After a certain time, we'll ask the audience for their questions. So by all means, keep your questions in check until the Q&A part, because otherwise they'll scroll right past on the screen, right? But yeah, and hopefully that's one of the reasons for the convenience, Super Thai, is that we want to be able to simultaneously broadcast on our Twitch streams for those who don't do YouTube streams, or they don't have premium and they get a lot of commercials or whatever. So, the convenience of both platforms is what we're trying to do. So Paul says, I figured out how to bind reverse propeller to my hottest Game Changer. Yep, Game Changer for sure. It's what the plane can do. And there's other planes that can do that too. The Caribou also. We love the fact that it can get in and out of anywhere. And you would think that such a big, ugly, versatile cargo plane, military variant, you think that that thing wouldn't be able to land in short strips and grass strips. It does. It does in real life. And man, is that ever cool. And in the short strips for taking off, you can actually back up using reverse propeller. You back up to the very start of the runway, so you get every inch of that runway. And then away you go. And so that's a cool thing too. So you might be surprised, you guys, but I'm actually on the flight plan. I mean, according to the little map, I'm still on the flight plan, but I see Ace up ahead. I see Zenefest, something like that. It's tiny print, so I can't read it all, but how you doing? Not sure I've seen that tag before, but welcome to the stream if you're new. And if you're not new, welcome to the stream anyway, right? Heisenberg is in the house. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome in. Bring your friends. Let's go fly. Let's go over now and see how Andrew's doing. There he is. All right. So every one of you who are on voice right now has to say one airport name along the way. He says, "Don't make me do that."
one airport name along the way. There, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'll do number
nice
8,
try.
Hoffen.
Number 8. Okay. See, you're smart, Mike. You've got yours in already. The rest have to struggle with what's left, right?
Quickly. It's probably still wrong, but it's the easiest one, I think.
I think all of us will get it wrong. We need Raving Helmet on here to talk about it. He has pronounced some of these things in the past. Dale would too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Similar languages are similar to Danish and stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm still on the flight plan. I can't believe it. It's cool. Steady as she goes, Howard. Nice. This is a sensitive helicopter. Being a big lumbering helicopter, it's surprising how sensitive it can be. But check it out, you guys. A full suite of conventional avionics and flight instruments. Look at this. Yeah. Andrew, you'll love this. You should fly this thing. It's got, conventional gauges.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a propeller in front.
Oh, right. The propeller in front thing.
It's got two silly ones on top.
Your mic has drooped. But I heard you anyway, yeah. It's got two silly ones on top. Okay. They're called rotor blades. You're not a fan of the big helicopter? It's like military stuff, You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be great to actually go into one for real? It's just heavy duty, Heavy duty. Am I still on the flight plan? Yeah. Surprisingly. There we go. Nice view. So, Andrew, what are these two prongy things out the front of the helicopter? That for fuel? Or are they pitot tubes? Like one and then a backup?
Probably pitot tubes.
Probably pitot, yeah. I see P Delta Bravo's up ahead in the 208. I'm going to catch up to him, and he's in a fast plane. Going 140 knots, you guys. It's pretty much close to red line on this helicopter. Using up fuel like it's going out of style. Don't forget fuel, everybody. So let's find a volcano. We're going to find one. I know where there's a couple of them. I'm not sure if they're on this route. Oh, you were in active pause waiting for you. That's so nice. See, he's being really nice to me, Andrew, because he wants that ride to FS Expo in my Tesla. That's why he's doing it. Yeah, I know your ulterior motive is like, yeah, be nice to Howard. He might take me in the Tesla to ride 6 hours to drive to FS Expo. It's going to be fun. Paul and I have been on road trips before, so we know that can work. He'll be my navigator. Actually, Tesla has its own navigation, but, there goes the Caravan. Hasta la vista, baby. Did you feel the downwash of that? I'm so mean. I am so mean. Oof.
All right, Howard, I posted a link to the audio pronunciation of our destination in our group chat.
Okay. Of our destination. Okay. But you're going to have to say it, though, right?
No.
No,
You can play it on
All
stream.
right. What airport are you picking?
I posted the link
He's
to the
speechless.
audio
He's speechless.
pronunciation
We finally
of
made
our
him speechless, you
destination
guys.
in the group chat.
Oh, he was
All you have to
speechless.
do is click play, and that should count.
He was speechless for a while. That was great. We don't get to do that too often. Is that a gorgeous looking thing, you guys? I can't believe how good that is.
Yeah, that's easy.
Let me go grab a big handful of my peanut butter M&Ms and shove them in my mouth, and I might have a chance of getting closer to the pronunciation.
He says, riding a Tesla? I'll be waiting exit 4 of the New Jersey Turnpike. Okay. What, for the race? Are you racing or are you coming for a pickup? I got 2 more seats if you want them. Paul and I are heading out from Toronto. Still don't know the route, but you just put it into Tesla and it figures it out, you know. Probably have to supercharge once, yeah. Paul says I have the expo weekend booked to go. Yep. And, yep, I've got my hotel room too. Going to be a lot of fun, you guys, if you haven't even thought about it. Matter of fact, I think today is the last day. Today is the last day.
Today's the last day. Today's the last day before the price increase.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I was going to finish.
Goes up $10 today.
Driving up or taking the train? Yeah, taking the train's easier, right? KW with the firewall emote. Nice. Paul says, "Oh shoot, got to do that too." Then what? Got to do what? Oh, you need to get a hotel room. You haven't got it yet. Flight Sim Association, you're also a captain or you're a member of it, Paul, so you should get a discount on the reservation ones if they're not all gone yet, right? Here, let's get out of my screen here. Let's go find interesting screens. Oh, like Mike's screen. Am I still on the flight plan? Nope, I veered off the flight plan. I'm just following the coast. I'm following the coast, and that pretty much is the flight plan, but I better get inland a bit more. 20 days until I turn 26. Holy moly. 26, Super Ty? 26? What was that like? At 26, I was still partying. Like, all we looked forward to was Friday, Saturday night, going to the bars. You know? That's what you did back then. It was fun. We'd work all week, drink on the weekend. You know? What a waste. I say what a waste. It was like, that's what paychecks were made for. I'm serious. That was it. I mean, what else would you do with a paycheck? At least you're doing more productive things, Super Ty. The old days. Yeah, in my generation, yeah, I know. I'm not even sure what the 20-something generation would be doing now. I don't know what's trendy. Do you still go to dancing bars or something? I don't know. Clubs, they call them, right? You still go there? I don't know. I'm sure there's a crowd there. A different time of year. A different generation. So I think I'm in the right direction. I see a couple of airports coming up. I think I'm in the right place. Yep. And so this one is Hornafjord. There's my pronunciation. Hornafjord.
Do you all see the survey for the to vote for the location for the next Flight Sim Expo?
Yep. Do you want to
Did
reveal
you all vote for Minneapolis?
Do you want to reveal your choice? Did you vote Minneapolis? I did because I know a person there. You know, it's also central too, right, Mike? I mean, it's central for everybody. When you think about Rhode Island, you guys, everybody flying from across the pond, they're glad to hear that, because going to the west end of North America is crazy. They got to land in. I remember Wambi talking about it. He had to land in Boston, and then he had to get another flight to go to Vegas, right? So it's going to be great that that they can come to Providence. Now, Minneapolis is also a hub for a lot of airplanes. I think it's one of the major carrier hubs too. Is it FedEx or something? Is a major
I think
hub?
Minneapolis and St. Louis both are major hubs, if I'm not mistaken. St. Louis was my second favorite option.
Well, I honestly think St. Louis will win. because just like Vegas won, which I was very surprised at. Who wants to go to Vegas in June? But and it was brutal. But I think St. Louis will win because people are also thinking about the nightlife. You know, definitely a nightlife. in St. Louis.
Minneapolis is a big city too.
I know, but it's always frozen, right, Mike? It's just cold.
Not in June.
Hopefully it's not in June. Yeah.
It's always
It-
cold, and it's
If
always,
Minneapolis
Oh,
is
okay,
frozen
it's
in
June,
June,
okay.
there's a
Yeah,
Yeah.
our last snow is usually mid to late April. That's our last snowfall. Usually.
Okay, all right. I just been there at the wrong time, but
the only issue I would have with Minneapolis is I would just feel required to wear some sort of Packer hat or something when I attend the event. But
the Packers. Okay, that's a football team.
yes.
Okay.
And Minneapolis is Vikings territory, one of our arch rivals.
So when you say arch rival, you mean from Green Bay? Is that it? Did I get
Well,
it?
a rival of Green Packers are Green Bay,
Right,
and
okay.
the Vikings are Minnesota.
Right.
So, when entering enemy territory, you got to represent.
That's funny. Enemy territory. Oh my God, that's funny. Hey, where is everybody? Oh, there's everybody. We're back there. Okay, I thought I had to move on. I'll keep going. Okay, go ahead.
You were talking about Wambi having to fly into Boston before going to Vegas. It looks like for Providence, a lot of people are going to have to fly into Boston also,
Right.
and then get shuttled with, a bus or Uber or something, like an hour to get to Providence from the airport. I was looking at flights myself, and there's not a lot of great options that get you close to Providence.
Yeah, I'll come pick people up. I got a car. Mike usually has a car.
Minneapolis, though, you'd be right there. Flying to Minneapolis, St. Paul, right there.
That's only like 8 minutes away from me.
It's like 8 minutes away from the convention center. it's right there.
Yeah, that's the way to plan it, Put a convention center near the airport, All the delegates have to fly in. Toronto does the same thing. We have a convention center out by Airport Road. Like, that makes sense. But then a lot of times Microsoft used to book downtown Toronto. It's like everybody needs a shuttle, everybody needs a taxi, and we didn't have a train or a bus back then that went from the airport. So, you just got to think about the planners, right? It's like, why downtown Toronto? Because after the convention, they can go out on the town, right? Out at Airport Road, what are you going to do? Now you got to get a bus to go downtown or something, right? So yeah, it's smart to have a convention center near the airport. Yeah. Hey, we did Uber in Vegas. It was interesting. A lot of the Ubers in Vegas were all Teslas. It's amazing. Oh, same with Phoenix. Well, I was in Phoenix, the same thing. Yeah. Go back to Houston. I want another ride in a Texan. Yeah, nice. Yeah. I loved the fact that we were on a museum floor. We could go over and look at the real planes. There was a Cirrus Vision jet there. You don't think it's big. It looks like it's a, VLJ. It's a personal little jet. You go up to that thing. It was bigger than I thought, It was amazing. And the Corsair, Andrew, right? The Corsair. Holy moly, you guys. We see that in the sim. We see it on the aircraft carrier. We see it folding its wings. And we think, yeah, that's a cool plane. You get up close to the thing, it's a monster. It's like, whoa, that's huge.
All right, I just booked my flight for the expo, so I'm all set for there. I keep forgetting to do that, so it's done.
You did it while we were on stream. That's cool.
Yeah, get in at 11:53 a.m. into Providence.
Well, you don't have to rent a car this time, Mike. We'll just ride around in mine.
Okay.
Come. You've helped us a lot. Now it's my turn, right?
You flying into Boston, Mike?
No, Providence.
Oh, you actually found a flight that went right into Providence, huh?
Yep. And then I have a direct out of Providence back to Minneapolis.
Jeepers.
Wow.
What a guy. Well, he does flights every day. I mean, he does flights every week, so he must have a,
Just charter yourself like a private jet or something?
I think that's what he did. I think you should swing by up towards Milwaukee area, right,
That's
Ace?
it.
Yeah.
We'll make a stop.
Swing by Milwaukee
Yeah.
and pick up Ace. Okay.
Like I didn't find it. I was looking from Mitchell or from O'Hare, and I didn't find anything direct into Providence.
You should be able to go like into Detroit easily. Go to Providence.
So that I'd have to do a flight into Detroit and then a flight from Detroit to. Yeah,
Yeah, my flyer.
I don't think I'm
Average-
making it this year anyway, unfortunately. But I did buy my ticket just in case.
Yeah.
Just go. Call in sick.
Yeah, average
Jeez.
flight. My flyer is usually like 35 to 50,000 miles. I've got like a little over 800,000, so I've got a few free flights.
I am sure you've got points on every airline. Right? Height says his buddy has a Cherokee, but couldn't convince him to go. Yeah. KW's been chatting in chat about some flights that he did. That's pretty cool. What a sight this morning, right? Yeah, he's talking about chemtrails passing under you. Yeah. We shouldn't joke about that because they aren't chemtrails, but people think they are. And if we keep joking about it and being serious, people think they really are. Staying very quiet during this flight. Sim Expo discussion. Yeah, Meyer, you notice that? You notice that? Uh-huh. And there's already been one very generous anonymous donor, Andrew, who has put $200 towards getting you to FS Expo. So I don't know. Do you feel guilty?
Well, no, I don't. It's very generous of whoever did it, but no, I am not going this year.
He's not going, and he's adamant about it. I don't think we're going to convince him, you guys. I mean, listen to that tone. You know, it's like he didn't even hesitate. He is not going.
It's very
So,
nice, but I'm not
I might
going.
have to-
It's going to cost twice as much as it did last year.
Why? It's
Just
close.
the exchange rate. The exchange rate's not is a lot worse than it was last year.
Oh well.
Wow.
I already booked my room and everything. So before the rate got worse. Yeah, the rate got worse as soon as the federal administration changed over. A lot worse, and a lot of Canadians are moving out of Florida too because of it. It's just getting way too expensive, you guys. It's killing us. And I might be changing by next year too. I might be in a different location. But that's how it goes. Life. What do we got coming up here for an airport? Let's see if anyone can say the name of the one I got coming. I'm just heading down toward it, and I'm over speeding just to see if this thing will break. And it's called... Oh, that's easy. Who can say this one? And then you don't have to, you're off the hook for the next one. Stein. Oof. Careful, Howard. You're over speeding. Careful. Stein Sander. That doesn't sound Icelandish at
I'm
all.
guessing it doesn't. I'm guessing it doesn't sound anything like what it looks.
Probably not. It never usually does, right? Andrew was singing? What? Who said Andrew was singing? What? Yeah, KW, Strap picked up the A350, I heard he won it. That's what I heard, right? And if so, what do you think he says? Okay. Yeah, we're not going to, like, this is a politically neutral channel to you guys, so, but Charlie, it's true. I mean, you're an American, so you can say that. We're not going to dwell on it in chat, though, right? But it's possible, you guys. These drastic changes in countries and the way countries treat other countries do end up in even civil war. So yeah, there's that possibility, and it's scaring a lot of people out. But you'll never know. See how it goes. The writing's on the wall, right? All the traits are there that lead up to that, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, most of us will see how it goes from a distance. And Super Ty, what are you up to there? Yeah, we're gonna stop that topic, you guys. I mean, it's a topic worth talking about on the right forum, but and there's plenty of forums for talking about these things. Some of them are pretty nasty too, so we're gonna just stay away from that. We're enjoying flight. We're enjoying flying in another country. We enjoy flying all over the U.S. and Canada, everywhere else. But we'll just keep it at the joy of aviation, you guys. All right, and it just keeps it easier for us all. Haven't flown an A350 yet. Gonna have to brush up on my airliners. So Srap has one. He hasn't flown one, so he has to brush up on airliners. And a lot of us on this channel, we don't fly the tube liners. We don't pretend to know them well. We don't pretend to know how to program them properly. When things go wrong with them, we don't pretend to know what's going on. So we don't, right? Those of you who do fly them and you stay immersed in it and you watch people like 757 Spy and Two-Tone Murphy and all these guys who fly these things, those are the ones who lead the way and help us get through it. And those are the channels to tune into because they've been doing it for years and they know what they're doing. But we'll stick to VFR, low and slow, and have a lot of fun with it. And the beauty of it all, and this is, you know, although I don't fly helicopters in real life, I did take lessons, but I fly a 172. I used to say I also rent 150s, but I haven't rented a 150 for a long time, so I just mainly the Cessna 172. And when I can and when I can afford it, I'll rent one and go fly just like we're doing today. So I'm just doing the stuff that I love doing, VFR, low and slow, and that's what this channel's all about. We will get into, like you see here, turboprop and turboshaft, I mean, any kind of plane, the bigger planes with multiple engines, but we just don't jump into the tube liners and the FMS systems, you know, where you go on long haul flights. That's where we draw the line. We have had airline captains here, real airline captains here, to help us learn how to do all that. But it was interesting. That was during 2020, during COVID. We had airline captains who were bored and they came on stream to help us out because they had nothing to do during those times. But you know, that was very interesting how to do it all. It was so much to learn that the first two, you know, I think it was 3 Thursdays, or sorry, 3 Tuesdays if I remember. And the first Tuesday was all just programming the FMS system. We didn't even leave the gate the first Tuesday. The second Tuesday we left the gate and did the takeoff. I mean, that's how much interesting information there is from real pilots. We could have shortened all of that and made it easier for sim pilots, but we didn't. We let those pilots do what they normally do, and it took 2 sessions just to get out to take off, and then the third session we were actually doing the flying. But you know, and again, you guys, those are typically long haul flights. A lot of these people who fly the tube liners will do 10, 15-hour flights, and some will do shorter, depends on their timelines. I'm just before we go to other screens, I was just coming to show you guys this. Looked very interesting from the air, and I just want to plop it down here and just see what's going on. Wow. So this is obviously a frozen glacier, probably was water flow at some point, and then it stops here at the water's edge. That's the elevation here. Look at this. Wow. Mamma mia. Sim with flyers flying right along beside me there. Look at them. Nice work. That's beautiful. Mamma mia. I guess it's an elevation thing. Like you see it frozen, you see ice up above, and as it gets lower and lower and lower, now we see no ice. I mean, it's probably still frozen tundra, but not enough to keep the snow. And the features, unbelievable. Gorgeous. All right, let's see where I am. Am I anywhere near where I'm supposed to be? I am! I think the flight plan's just over there. Yep, Panoman's there. And I see P Delta Bravo up ahead, and I see Simo Flyer up ahead of me. All right, let's move over now to Andrew, see what he's up to.
I think you're actually ahead of me. How fast is that Chinook?
It can go 140. I'm sitting back at 100 knots now, but when you guys stopped at that airport, I kept going, knowing that I was behind the first part, yeah. Paul says, Expo booked. Just going to do the hotel. Need to check deals with you, Howard. Yep. The best deal so far has been the actual FSA discount reserved hotel, if there's still reservations available. A lot of us did that back last year, right? As soon as they opened up with their preferred hotel. I'm in the same hotel as the actual Expo. A lot of fun. And the survey will be coming out soon, you guys. I'm not sure which day. But the survey will come out with all of the seminars or the proposed seminars that each of us have proposed. Each of us who spoke last year, and we put in our topics and say, you know, let's see how that flies. And you'll be given, all of the registered FSA members will be given this survey. Here's a description of the seminar, here's the speaker, and you vote on the ones you want. If you'd like to see me again at FS Expo on the topic that I've been proposing to Flight Sim Expo, by all means, vote for it. You can vote for more than one, of course. And whichever ones get the most votes are the ones that will end up being the speakers. That's how it works. So I might not be a speaker this year. It's not a given, you guys. And it's not a paid job. It's a volunteer thing. We all do it because of our love of aviation. And maybe that's not a topic anybody wants. My topic will actually be tips and tricks for career mode. I've spent hundreds of hours in it, and I've got lots of tips and tricks. Quite honestly, Oz Nomad would have been the better one to speak about it, but I'm not sure if he's going. I'm not sure if he'd even want to speak. But I'll certainly step up and do that, because I've learned a lot from a lot of you. I've learned a lot from Oz Nomad and on my own, and all the mistakes I've made, and I want to help others. And it's a fascinating lifelong journey in career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Heis is there Wednesday through Sunday. Perfect. Cole Nebo says, Hola, where are you, Nebo? Are you in Hawaii? No, hola, Spanish, right. Or where are you? Are you in Cuba or something, or in Venezuela? What are you doing? Where are you? Hola. Omni was at 90% when I booked a couple weeks ago. Uh-oh. 90%. Get in there, Paul. Get in there. Yeah.
You must have the cameras off on a bunch of our screens, huh?
Oh, just a minute. Let's go over to yours. No, there's yours. I just didn't switch over from Andrew for a while there.
They're off on Andrew's.
Huh? There's Andrew's screen.
I'm talking about our cameras, our faces. You don't have our...
Oh, and we go to yours. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Yeah, what's with that? Sorry.
Or Andrew's. You have them off on Andrew's. You have them off on mine. I think you had them off on Dr. No Thumb.
I wonder why. All right, then. Well, I fly with my left hand, which is going to be interesting. I'm going to try to find my cursor and do something with that. I don't have a cursor.
I don't care that much, but I just happened to notice that we weren't...
No, we should have them on. What the heck is going on there? There we go. That one and that one. Got it. There we go, Ace, where that one's on there. Let me come over to... Now, Dr. Notham, we typically leave them off because we'll play music while we see him fly. I see he's back in an airplane, so we're going to come over and do a session with him. I've got my helicopter all over the place. Don't follow me, you guys. I'm trying to fly with my left hand while I'm trying to change stream stuff. Oh my God. My helicopter's out of control. All right, now I'm on Andrew's screen. There and there. Quick Howard. Ugh. Before I crash.
You have to see if you got them on Mike's.
Yeah, I will, but I need to pace it, because just trying to do all of that, my helicopter went haywire because I'm trying to fly it without looking at it with my left hand.
The edge of your green screen is showing on Andrew's.
Well, I've been on... Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, it will change. I had to resize it for the session later today, so I see that's a mess. So, man, I got to get control of my helicopter. It was heading to the ground. And then I'll go back. Here, I'll come over to here for a second to show you guys what I'm after. Look, here's another one right here. Is that beautiful or what? And comes right down into the green stuff down here. Man, what a rugged country. Oops. Excessive stuff. All right, let me move over. I'll try and level that out, and then I'll move over. Yeah, it's finance is strap. I agree. It's something that is not treated lightly. All of us who go there are going to cost. It's going to cost for travel. It's going to cost for accommodation, and it's only 3 days, right? 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. All right, which one do I need to do now? Mike, there's Mike's screen. And I'll just come down and try to find us here and here. Got it. I'll play with sizing later. I see my boom mic is in the way there on Mike's screen. Who knows why each one's different. Man, I'm going to put the helicopter down. I'm all over the place now. I'm going to just put it down while I play with the stream. One of the things about the helicopter, you guys, is that my cyclic has no springs. If you want to fly a helicopter properly, get rid of the springs. Find a stick that you can get rid of springs. I'm using a Virpil. And I removed them completely. At first I was just using elastic bands to try and make it lighter, easier, but that still centered it back to center. So as you fly your helicopter and then you let go of the stick, it centers and the helicopter goes crazy. So take those springs out of there. But now when you let go of the stick will fall forward and the helicopter will go forward. So you got to always have the stick in your hand when you're flying. So now I've just put it on the ground and now I can relax. I just let the stick go forward and it won't go anywhere. Good. And now I can go and make sure the stream's all set up properly. I think on this one, looks like the camera's okay. Let's go over back to, I think it was mic where I saw my boom mic is there. Yep. Let's get that fixed. And part of it is, you guys, because I've been resizing it for the stream later today. I have to have a camera on later, so let me get rid of that boom mic. There we go. The boom mic on mics. There we go. And I think yours is good there, Ace. It's just too small. But let me just go over here. Bring that up bigger. It's not intentional, you guys, that my co-hosts are smaller screen. It just worked out that way. There we go.
You got to get one set up exactly where you want it, and then you just copy that transformation to each asset on each slide.
Once they are all different scenes, so they are all separate. They have the same link to the camera, but they are all sized differently. That's how it works. But there's no other way I can copy that unless I recopy all the scenes over.
No, you right click on the asset itself, and you can copy the transformation, and then you can go to another scene, and then you can do the same thing and paste the transformation to that thing, and it'll size it the same as you had it on the and crop it and everything to where you had it on the other scene. Works quite well. Unless you literally named him something else on every single scene.
No, they're the same, yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to copy transform.
And yours is called
You might not be able to do it while they're locked. If you have the asset locked, you probably have to unlock it and then copy transformation. It's in the right click menu, and then when you go to the next scene, you go to the same asset and you paste transformation. So you get one dialed in real nice, and then you can just copy it to each of the subsequent scenes.
Oh, still showing there too. So the boom mic must have changed. It's not really the camera. I think the boom mic changed on that one.
Maybe it's sagging a little bit.
Yep. I think I moved it a little closer because I was doing some audio checks. Yeah. Live weather's a mess. Cold Nebo says, "Uh-oh, aren't you on live weather?"
It hit a little messy spot, but I've started to break out of it a little.
All right, there's Ace. That's looking like it's good. Chew. Wow. Snuck up on me. And, all right, I think we're good. Mike is there. Good. Andrew's there. Everything looks fixed. Meanwhile, you guys, I think this was just a ploy to get me behind again. I think that's what the plan was. And now I'm behind because I sat on the ground. All right, let's get that going. Back to Ace. It's good. Mike is good. All right, we'll leave it there, and I'm going to get going. Let's see. How long will the FSX stream go? For an hour or two? The FSA stream, it's booked from to, I think we start at 3 to 4:30, so it's like an hour and a half. Hour and a half. I have to look again. I haven't got my notes in front of me, but we go on an hour ahead to make sure all the technical parts are done, and we're using Video Ninja, like Microsoft does also, to keep everybody's screen stable, and we have our own screen. But so we're on an hour early, and making sure everybody's got clean audio and clean video before we start. Unlike our stream, right, Andrew, where we start 3 minutes before, and eventually Andrew pops in and we go, there he is. 90 minutes, yeah. 90 minutes, I think, yeah. I'll check my notes once I get going here, but I'm sure that's what it is. Removing the power shunts so you can get 300 to 600 watts, though a single conductor of that ridiculous connector. Oh, what's Panaman talking about? I missed it.
Oh, he's talking about the 12-volt high-power connector that NVIDIA is using on their graphics cards.
Oh.
It's becoming a even
thing
bigger
again.
deal with the 600-watt 5090.
Ooh. Well, it makes sense that these bigger cards need bigger power supplies too, right? But
Well, yeah, the problem is the cable's rated to 660 watts max. They're pushing 600 watts over the cable. There's
never a good thing, you guys. You never go at rated.
they're,
Same with
they're
electrical.
going they're going and some of the overclock cards will pull over the rated.
Yep.
And in addition to that, the cable itself has 6 power lines, 6 grounds. So you would hope the power is divided equally across all the cables, but there's no load balancing system implemented to make sure that that happens. It all goes to one bus, and so it's already been proven so if you have a connector that doesn't connect fully, doesn't seat properly, or if you just straight up cut a few of the cables, that whole 600 watts will go over the remaining cables and overheat and melt and cause problems. It has no way of load balancing or making sure that it doesn't try to pull too much wattage over some of the cables and not the whole thing evenly. There's a number of good videos on YouTube about it. Bauer has a few.
Yeah, Jay's 2 cents had a question for DeBauer as to was he using one of the older cables or one of the new cables? Because apparently the pins make a big difference.
They make a difference from a standpoint of if you don't have a good connection. I think the newer you have like the leaf spring design, and you have like a double dimple and a triple dimple.
Apparently the double double split is one of the ones that's causing the biggest cause of problems. Apparently the leaf spring single cut is okay, but it depends on how old your cable is and who you got it from.
Yeah, the problem is they all wear out. Yep. If you plug them and unplug them too many times. I think the leaf spring one is the most resilient to it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you need to make sure you have contact with all the pins. And the sense pins don't detect if you have contact with the power pins. They just detect themselves. That it's senseless. So Asus has their Astral cards, which are the most expensive cards you can pretty much get. And they have an implementation on their Astral cards where it can detect whether or not you have a proper connection on each of the pins. It can't do anything about it if you don't, and it can't load balance, I guess, but it can at least give you a warning and say some of your pins aren't seating right. so that you hopefully replace the cable or whatever you need to do to get everything seated correctly, because otherwise there's no real way to know unless you're gonna put a current gauge over each wire and make sure that everything's pulling pretty much the same. And then over time, as that connector heats up and cools down and heats up and cools down, is it going to continue to have a good connection? But the day that it doesn't, and you have a number of pins not carrying a fairly even load balance, you're going to have some other cables pulling too much, and then it's going to overheat and start melting stuff in your computer.
And apparently, the little tab that holds it when you plug it in, and it's got that little tab.
Yeah.
Some of the older cards, that tab will actually wear away.
Yeah. Jay did that.
Yeah, he actually grabbed it. He touched the wire, and he went wiggle, 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 and it pulled right out of the socket.
Yeah. I wish NVIDIA had not left the old 8-pin standard. I know they probably would have needed like 4 of them on something like a 5090, but
yeah.
I have 3 on my 3090. It's fine.
Apparently, the 9070 and the 9070 XT from AMD people seem to think highly of them from the little bit that people know about them at the moment.
So most of those are going to still use the 8-pin connectors. Looks like dual 8-pin connectors.
Yeah.
Except apparently Sapphire, one of their board partners, is going to the 12-volt high power. I have no idea why. Like, you're taking the one thing that people are mad about the most with NVIDIA and let's just put it on our card too.
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know what they're thinking.
But the nice part about it is they're substantially cheaper. Like the 9070 is supposed to be aimed directly at the supposed to be at the 4070 Ti, and it's like half the price.
Yeah, 5070 Ti. I think I heard it's supposed to compete performance. I'm waiting to see what the real numbers are and not what AMD is just advertising.
Yeah.
Independent reviewers, always listen to them over any company's own.
Yeah. I mean, what they're saying right now is, was it 550 for the 9070 and 600 for the XT?
Yeah. Which, again, I'm waiting for reviews, but it looks like the non-XT version is quite the step back. So I don't know if just $100 price difference makes sense there, but the XT sounds like it's quite the card. If it really is delivering 5070 Ti performance at $600, and if it actually is in stock and able to be purchased for that, because that's still a question mark. NVIDIA might have to answer that.
So here's a good question. When you drink green fluid on a green screen, it looks like water. This is actually green fuel. Look, this is fuel is my fuel. I had to try a Powerade one instead of a Gatorade one. And I'm just looking at the screen going, that's just water. Is that funny? That is the funniest thing. Fuel is my fuel.
This plane that we're flying over here, that's PLAIN, not NE. It's impressive. The amount of the trails from the various water and stuff like that running across it is just wow.
Let's go over to Andrew. He's talking about it. So what is it? You should tell me to come over there first, Andrew. What is it you're talking about?
Oh, just the terrain and the graphics
and
stuff
at that.
for it.
That's cool.
It's like you look towards the water and it's green and a little bit of snow on it. Then you look the other way and it's all white.
Rubius, thanks for the fuel. Fox Uniform Echo Lima. That would be a good handle on an airplane, wouldn't it? City Tower, this is Fox Uniform Echo Lima. Just kind of has a ring to it, Oh, you mean fuel's coming in? Fuel would like to land. Fuel's ready for takeoff.
Has anyone seen Fuel?
Anyone seen fuel? Anyone got fuel? I'm
Can you
out of
find
fuel.
please?
Yeah, there's so much can come out of that, right?
My hotel's booked for the expo now, so I'm all done. Good go.
Good to go. I think I'm catching up to some of you anyway. I had to put her down while I was messing around with stream stuff, right? There we go. All right, it's time to get some good rock music and then follow Dr. No Thumb. I think it's time. What do
I'm
you
gonna
guys
cut
think?
So-
this corner and hopefully meet up with everybody. Everybody's so far ahead.
Funny story, Heisenberg. I was running the 4070 Ti, the 12 gig one, and in 2020, it's a great card. It was no problem, but I'm nearly at 4K, and I was running into problems in 2024 with the VRAM only being at 12 gigs when I flew into certain airports and certain planes. So I actually went back to my 3090, and it fixed the problem. It runs great. And now that I can do frame gen on the 3090, which originally you couldn't before the frame gen mod and stuff came out, so it's one of the reasons I went to the 4070 Ti was to get on frame gen and stuff. But now I can do that on my 3090. So I put my old EVGA for the Win 3 RTX 3090 back on my computer, and I'm pretty happy now. The 24 gigs of VRAM helped a
Nice.
lot.
It's good to know, Ace. A lot of people will be listening to that, yeah.
I've been happy with my 3070 Ti. It looks better in 24 than it did in 2020.
Right. Even now, you guys, what you're seeing on my screen, this is a 3060 card. Looks great. Can't complain at all. I think it's got 12 gigs VRAM. The 3060.
My old machine with the 1660, when 24 came out, and the first couple of weeks was on the old machine with my 1660 and 32 with 6 gigs of RAM on the card. I had better on 24 than I did on 2020.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your 1660 was surprisingly a performer. It was cool.
Yeah.
I know by Ace's standards that's not a performer, but
Well, a lot of these things depend. So, Andrew, you're not playing at 4K, right?
right.
No,
Are you
I'm
even,
at
are you even at
I'm-
1080p? You're at 1080p, right?
Theoretically, sometimes if I do the NVIDIA app and let it optimize, sometimes it'll put me up to 1440, but normally it's 1080.
When you were on that 1660, were you at 1080?
Yep.
Okay.
1080 with probably mostly high and some ultra, and some things turned off completely because it was kind of pointless.
The VRAM problems aren't nearly as bad at 1080p as they are at nearly 4K.
Yeah.
So that's probably what saved you.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Ace.
And
It
it
was-
also depended
it
on the
was-
planes you flew. Like the
Yeah.
longitude was brutal.
Well, that was nasty to start with. So,
Yeah.
but and I guess that's a problem people are having with the new 350. It's very hard on your VRAM.
I'm thinking there is some level of a VRAM bug in the sim, and
Yeah.
they're supposedly trying to track it down for Sim Update 2. I hope they
Yeah.
fix it because
Yeah,
yeah, even
it's
people
been
with
mentioned a couple of
16
times.
gig cards at 4K are having a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And some people with 4090s are claiming trouble too. I haven't ran into an issue once I got to 24 gigs, but if you're running like 3 4K monitors or something, you might be in trouble.
KW
And
says,
like no other game out there requires that kind of VRAM. Like none of them do. So there's something I think is actually wrong.
KW says that DX12 uses all the VRAM, so maybe any game with DX12 might be the same, right?
It's
Wow.
one thing to use all the VRAM. It's another thing to use more than the VRAM that you have.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
then it turns into like a 1 FPS nightmare.
right.
Like yes, it's good. If you can use the VRAM you have, that's good. You want it to use the VRAM, but when it tries to exceed the VRAM that you have, then it's not so good. And right now, that seems to be what it's doing.
That's why I just set mine to 480p. And I use a composite cable to my tube TV. I'm good to go.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm technically not full 4K. I'm 3840, so I'm 4K horizontal, and then I'm by 1600 because I'm on a ultra wide. But it's close to 4K, and my performance experience with it has generally fallen pretty much in line with 4K when I compare it to what other people with similar hardware get on different games. So at 4K, so. Ultra wide's a little bit of a different phenomenon too, because you have more peripheral vision, so you may not have as many pixels per se, but you might load more assets in a single screen, because stuff that would be off screen on a 16:9 can be on screen with an ultra wide. So sometimes I find I do a little better than people that have 4K, that have full 4K, and sometimes I find I do a little worse than people that have full 4K. Depending on the game and how it renders off-screen and on-screen assets and stuff.
I hear an airliner nearby me. Mia Scully, Hermit something. Somebody's down here. Ah.
So true, KW. So
Mo
true.
Sideways. Mo Sideways has got a big plane coming in, if that's what he's really flying. Anyone else see him? He's on the flight plan, so you can never
saw
have.
him earlier. What was he flying?
Hey, Kada, I like your mention there. Put the acronym fuel onto an electric plane, and then use that as your call sign coming into an airport. That was cool. Yeah, I was just looking at what Mo. It doesn't have any tag at all. It just says his name. I don't know how he did that. Anybody know? Is that developer mode? Well, Hermit something's just a tag too. Simuflyer's just a tag. Well, I guess it's a distance thing. Once they're a certain distance, it only gives you the name, right? Okay.
Or if you're not exactly centered on them, you're not going to get. All you get is the name. You won't get the plane type.
Right.
No, sideways.
Yeah, Heisenberg. Yeah, a lot of people want to fly helicopters. So I'm going to tell you that even the Thrustmaster T1600 stick with its integrated throttle right at the base, I've flown helicopters with that. It's a stick to fly the helicopter with a cyclic, and you just use the throttle slider as your collective and set it where you want it. It actually works well. I've got a lot of students who are in my helicopter course, and that's the stick they got. There's other sticks too, but they bought that one and said they love it. And it gets them an inexpensive intro to helicopters, and eventually they can move up to something more expensive like I have, right?
That's what I thought. He's flying the 415.
Here comes the soup again.
And now, you guys, we're going to have some music, and we're going to give him a moment for some music. Let me go find some music for him first. But look at him flying. Isn't that
It's
cool?
kind of weird that you're seeing Mo as a airliner, because he's flying the 415.
Well, I am in the Steam version of my sim, so you don't know what I got now. You know? Just drives me nuts. I've been in Game Pass, then I've been in beta, and then now I'm in the Steam version, so who knows what planes I
How many
have.
instances of the sim do you have installed on one
I was
computer?
gonna say on top of that, he's got 3 sims as well.
Three on one machine, my main machine. Well, I do a lot of testing. I do a lot
I
of testing.
guess.
You know?
Because one's not enough.
Because one's not enough, yeah.
I can barely fly one plane at a time, let alone 3 at a time.
All right, here we go. Let's watch this. Is that the right one I wanted? Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. No Thumb doing what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. No Thumb doing what he does.
Yeah, you did. Okay. I guess this is the destination. But I don't see it.
Bravo, India, Kilo, Lima.
Yeah. I'm just in the soup, though.
Kirk jump.
This is going to be fun. I don't have any synthetic vision at this point. This should be interesting.
Keski bayatmıştır.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah. Let's try not to crash. Don't even know where the browse is. This is some ground.
Man, look at him take the corners.
Live weather is a legit landing challenge at this destination. See the weather. That's it.
Got 5 degrees there in real life with 35 knot winds.
Ooh, so hard. Not what you want to do.